What's going on, everybody? My name is Derek, and welcome to my channel. So today I want to talk about procrastinating and procrastination, because this is something that I struggle with. I'm sure everyone does at some point in their lives, but the reason why I want to talk about it is because there's a connection between procrastination and anxiety, which I definitely experience on a minute by minute basis. And we'll do a video on that as well. But through my random reading that I do, I always see these little nuggets of information that kind of sticks out to me. And, you know, I'll paraphrase here, but basically the author said, procrastinating can create anxiety. And I was like, duh, I didn't realize that. I never really just kind of put the words together. But yeah, I mean, when I think back on all the times I've procrastinated against something, it always made me anxious because I knew I had to get it done, but I didn't want to do it. So let's do the definition here, at least. We procrastinate on tasks we find difficult, unpleasant, aversive, or just plain boring or stressful. It may seem overwhelming, and it provokes significant anxiety. Now, it seems like it's so simple when you think about it now, but for some reason, when I read that, it just was like an epiphany to me. I'm like, oh, yeah. When you keep pushing something to the side, it makes it worse. It's just always there. It's like taking off a Band-Aid. If it's a task that you really hate and you just don't like doing, well, there's no easy way to take off a Band-Aid, I guess, unless you take a shower with it on and it just falls off. But typically you are taking a Band-Aid off of your arm with arm hair and it hurts. So you either rip it off and it's painful for a second, or you go really slow and then it's agonizing for however long it takes you to rip it off. So either way, it's going to be uncomfortable. So maybe we need to treat these tasks like a Band-Aid where you just get it done. Just do it. Get out of the way. Because I also know how it feels to get that task done. Be like, oh man, I feel so much better now. Why did it take so long to do it? And when you're done with it, it just feels amazing. So I think the reason why we push stuff to the side is because we want to feel comfortable. So we think, that task, again, the thought of doing it brings anxiety. So it's just like, whew, that makes me uncomfortable. So I'm not going to do it right now. When now it's making it worse. It's compounding the situation because you already don't want to do it because it makes you anxious. But now you're putting it off, so it's always on your mind, which makes you more anxious, and can really mess with you. And I know it can mess with me if it's just on my mind all day. It can just make the day difficult. So I would say do it. No, just kidding. It's not that easy. But I really don't, like I said, I'm not a therapist here. I don't have answers to these things, but I know how I experience them. And sometimes what I have to do is look at the big picture of what it is that needs to be done. And this definitely, for me, ties in with my business. Straight up. There's parts of running my business that I don't like doing, whether they're, medial office tasks or making more of a sales call or a sales outreach, which is the far extreme of things I do not like doing. Posting on social media and doing the social media promotion for my company. Don't like it. I'm also fortunate to have a situation because of my procrastination situations are in my business. I have people that help me. I hire people. So quickly, when I could afford it, I got a social media manager because I didn't like doing it. And I just felt like I wasn't doing it well enough. I don't know anything about social media because I don't care. I have my Facebook page. I have this channel. I have my podcast stuff for my business and everything. But I have someone that's great. Her name's Alexis. She goes by Lexi, that just knows how to operate social media platforms. So that's a nice, very, nice way to be able to delegate a task that gives me anxiety that I want to do. So I don't have to procrastinate it on anymore. It's just taken care of. But that's a luxury. I understand. But what I'll do is break it down. If you got a big task ahead of you at your home, maybe your job, maybe you have a business too, but maybe it's something to do with your house. A lot of you are following my mother and all of this decluttering stuff. And Mom, hello, I know you're watching. But my mom fought through some serious adversity to get it started. Big weight on her shoulders about that house and needing to clean it out. It was overwhelming. So she just started small. Okay, what can I do today? What can I declutter today? And knock that mini goal out. Get it out of the way. And then you say, oh, I'm done for today. Or tomorrow, okay, then everything I've packed up, then tomorrow I'll just go to the dump and go to Goodwill and make all the runs and just get that out of the way. Rather than like, oh my God, I have to clean this massive house in a week. That's not the case. You can chop it up in time. So that's how I do it in my business. Some of these things I have to do little nibbles so that if it's due on Friday, whatever the project may be, it'll be done comfortably by then. Maybe in college. Oh my God, yeah, I'm thinking of that in real time. When I was in college or even high school, you're always procrastinating. You have a month to prepare for a paper, and the day before the paper is due, you're cramming. Well, that's no fun. Also, every day leading up to that, you're thinking, I need to do my paper. I need to do my paper. And the anxiety rises. If I could go back to myself, my younger self, and say, man, if you need to do a 10-page paper, well, then do a page a day. If it's due in 30 days, do a page a day, and then you're done 20 days early, and then you can use that time to then polish it and just nibble at it every day. Or, it's it's simple when you really think about it. But at the end of the day, today I push stuff away. How about that? I still do it. And it's always easy to make an excuse. Oh man, well, I really want to have some free time here. And I'm extra busy on this other stuff. So I'll just move it over, and bookkeeping stuff is that for me as well sometimes. So I guess my piece of advice is just try to simplify things and not look at the major goal of laundry. Here's an example. I'm very fortunate because I live by myself and it's just my daughter. Pretty small amounts of laundry. And I got it really simple. We don't really do laundry, I guess, the right way. It's all the clothes at once with cold water. There's no dividing colors. There's no separating this or that. And I got my washing machine dialed in, and it has the setting where it will fill the water to whatever the load is. So you just throw the clothes in there. I throw in a Tide Pod or two, shut the door, and then hit start. One button. It's already set on cold. It's already set on regular. And then I have the settings so it will just fill the water to where it needs to be. There's some kind of sensors in there. So if it's a mid-size load, then it will only fill halfway. So it's one button. See you later. So that's easy to do. So I don't dread doing laundry. Here's the other thing about laundry, and this ties in with doing hand dishes, washing dishes with your hands, not a dishwasher. I find enjoyment and relaxation in folding clothes and doing dishes, hand washing dishes. So I'm very fortunate there because that can be the dread. Oh my God. Especially if even just the beginning stages of laundry and the beginning stages of dishes, all that stuff's piling up. And then you're like, oh my God, I got 5 loads of laundry to fold, and man, this is miserable. Well, there's something about having this remedial task that's just more physical. It's folding clothes or hand washing dishes that simplifies things for me. It's like right now, as I'm standing in front of this sink, this is all I get to do. And my brain can think about other things, but right now it's dish, wash, rinse, rack. Dish, wash, rinse, rack. It's like, sometimes it just feels good to have that simple little task where there's no creativity behind it. You don't have to think about how I'm going to sell my service to a new client and all the things that go along with that. It is literally coffee cup, water, soap, rinse, rack. So I never have a dish issue. I rarely go to bed at night with having any kind of dirty dishes. And then the same with folding laundry. Same concept with doing the dishes. It's fold towel, hang shirt, put together socks. And it just is like, I'm doing something that's making me busy and I don't have to think. It's just, that 30 minutes I do, washing my dishes. No, it doesn't take me 30 minutes. But there's those are the types of things that make me a little more relaxed, ironically. I know a lot of you are like, damn, man, come do my dishes. Because I've definitely had plenty of roommates over the years that do not like doing dishes. And there's nothing more stressful for me to see a kitchen with just a pile of dirty dishes. That's my anxiety. But instead of pushing it away, because I like doing dishes, fortunately I can just dive on it and let's do this thing. Let's do some dishes. So I'm fortunate there. And I live in an apartment. I don't have to do anything around the house. I don't have to do any lawn work. I don't have to mow anything. So I'm fortunate with that too. So I would say the far majority of my procrastination comes with my business and working, which is a struggle when you're self-employed, because you have to have that self-motivation to just keep pushing. And when you don't have an office to go to and have a boss breathing over you, sometimes it's easy to be like, you know what, I'm going to give myself half a day today. And I'm going to push these 5 things to the next day and just deal with it tomorrow. And then tomorrow hits like, oh man, now my Tuesday is awful. Well, I don't have time to do all this. So this thing that I just moved from Monday to today, well, I'll push that to Wednesday. And then it just becomes that cycle. So, but just try to work at it as best you can. So if you have anything you want to comment about in here and what, one of the things that you like procrastinating at the most, I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be like, man, I hate doing dishes and they always pile up. I would say that's pretty common. I'm different in that way. But I guess the moral of this is if you suffer with anxiety, the procrastinating is just going to make it worse because it raises that anxiety. And you're just going to keep thinking about it, and it's just going to get worse and worse, especially if you have a deadline, like when you're dealing with homework or you're at your work with deadlines. I would say just knock it out. Rip that Band-Aid off. It's still going to be painful and uncomfortable. Just get it out of the way. And then the comfort that you feel after that is real. The comfort that you think you're feeling when you push something to the next day is very fleeting. For that second, you're like, okay, I don't have to worry about that today now. Let's move to the next day. But then later in the evening, you're like, oh man, I wish I would have just done that, because now I can't enjoy watching my show tonight because all I'm thinking about is having to do it tomorrow, and I wish I would have just got it out of the way. So doing it brings the true comfort. Moving something brings comfort for a minute, and it fleets away, and now you're still stuck in the same situation, only worse. So Thanks for watching this video, and as always, you can check out my community board, my Facebook group, my Patreon. All the links are in the description area. Till next time, we'll talk to you later. Thank you.